What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Ross the Boss coming at you with an all-new Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4. We are about to declare war on Legionary Romania. I am a little concerned that we won't have the push power that is needed. Of course, it wouldn't be too complicated with all of our extra forces, and it looks like Great Britain here is moving through our territory. Death to fascists. I think what I am going to do, though, go into the United Kingdom, cancel military access, kick them out of our lands. Once we take over Legionary Romania, we are going to have a lot of extra oil, which means we don't need to trade for it, so we will have a lot of extra factories. But in the meantime, we are going to need rubber. We are going to need quite an abundance of extra units as well. 4 more days, and then we are good to go. It might be a good idea to also start producing some Marines. Are we producing any? I don't believe we are. Let us create 4. And then have you meet up in Antalya. Edit these Marine divisions. Let us give you some recon. Let us give you a little bit of support artillery. And we'll make you a little bit beefier. We certainly have the capability to do so. 463 army experience. We have accidentally paused the game. But my entire goal will be to invade some of these areas. I believe we do own roads. Surprisingly enough, we have Free France here. I believe we are going to cancel our military access with them. Getting them kicked off. I am going to want some Marines here on Sardinia to be able to conquer Corsica. And of course, I would like to obviously have a 12 units here to surround Rome, if possible. Okay, we should be able to declare war. Oh my goodness, are we a year ahead of schedule? Okay, well, let's figure out what else we can do. Ankara here. 22nd of January. I'm going to speed things up just a little bit. Bring us up to speed 5. Going into our construction map mode as well. You can see here more and more of our factories are being repaired, which is nice to see. Joseph Stalin questions German sovereignty. We might need some Marines to take over Gotland. And, of course, I believe this is Borneo. It says Shijaland, but I believe it's Bornholm is the correct term in English. I could be mistaken. Okay, looking into logistics. Because we have so much extra infantry equipment, we might... Well, 135,000 is, of course, a lot. But once our troops start going to war, it might be a little deadly as well. If I were to, you know, change over my production from something else. We are missing 202 oil, missing 41 rubber. We have some free dockyards. Once again, let us start producing some Battleship 3s. And now we are finally out of steel. Siamese Empire has capitulated. All 24 of you need to be assigned to this front line. I'm not sure why you're not here. And then, of course, an offensive line. That's very peculiar. Why are you not on this front line? And then, of course, an offensive line along this river. I would very much like it for them to move along, but I guess they won't. Getting closer and closer to taking over Ankara. I'm curious if they have any resources. Steam-lined production has finished off. We are once again going to unlock more excavation. 152 days, giving us a variety of extra resources. I'm really curious as to why these units aren't spreading along the line. It says they're assigned. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Are any other troops being produced? Obviously they are. Finishing up Project 22. It looks like we are also fabricating a claim on Austria. 1946. Going to be a very long time. And we might as well begin to fabricate on Iraq. 975 days. It's going to take a very long time. Outdated equipment in production. Our Heavy Cruiser 2 needs to be improved to a Heavy Cruiser 3. Taking up a lot of valuable oil as well. Still scrolling up, I don't see anything that needs replaced. I believe there's one more heavy cruiser, but I guess we changed that up to a battleship. Man, we are lacking so much oil, it's not even funny, and I don't want to trade with the United States. Let us also unlock anything else in engineering. Yeah, we certainly missed research time reduction. Oh, you know what? We need to go into rocketry. Start unlocking some jet engines. Also, more free dockyards. I guess we're going to be producing... we have quite a few battleships being produced. Well, we don't have any oil, so it says none. No factories are assigned, which doesn't make sense. And I guess we're only producing one carrier, so let us go ahead and produce more carriers. And begin playing once again. Unfulfilled import requests. And it looks like we are taking attrition up here in the north. Okay, any minute now we should be able to declare war on Ankara. 22nd of January, 1944. I'm going to be really upset if it's 1945. They are guaranteed by the German Republic and Free France. So I'm curious, will this bring me into another world war? It most likely will. My question is, are we going to be able to hit the ground running, I guess is my question. And we don't have any troops surrounding Brandenburg. We might need to go ahead and do that. These 12 can make their way over. I guess we'll add you to the Western European front. Creating a front line. And, of course, an offensive line. It would probably be better to do it the other way around. Let's bring you 12. So that way we don't have to cross a river first. What we need to do is unselect naval invasion, create a front line, start from this river, and as such, create a new front line, and all 12 of you should carry out those orders with a general. Winter attrition, Do we have any extra tanks? Not yet, but we should have quite a variety of extra heavy tanks going into our logistics map mode. We have 2.8 thousand extra heavy tanks going into recruit and deploy, and then of course our tank battalions. Let us add more heavy tanks. Heavy tank here, heavy tank here. Once we save this, it is going to cost us 1,680, so we do have enough for a little bit more. What if we did something like that? We now are in a tank deficit, but that should be fine. Do we want any other engineering companies? What would we get? Piercing, armor, HP would go up, soft attack would go up, breakthrough, and a lot of defense. Let us get the engineering companies just in case, see what that looks like. And of course, going up to our infantry battalions. How many extra artillery do we actually have? I don't even know where that would be. Here it is. We have 113,000 guns. We are losing guns now. But are we looking for artillery? 21,000 extra artillery. So if we go into recruit and deploy, we should be able to add quite a few artillery regiments. And it would probably be better to add all of these as infantry. Let's see what that would look like. This is going to be very, very costly. But this is what I'm going to need. Artillery, artillery, artillery. Looks like we never got any actual anti-air. Okay. We're gonna require a lot of manpower. Negative 40,000 infantry equipment. We have a lot of excess. Negative 11,000 artillery, so this is obviously possible. And we are... I don't think we want maintenance companies. We could do support anti-tanks. I don't think we will. No! I pressed the wrong button. Remove you. Adding some infantry. 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 These are some of the tankiest armies that we can create. Okay, and now, looking at our logistics map mode, we are now down in artillery by about 13,000. I could have swore we had a lot more than that. Down 47,000 in infantry equipment. Let us go into production. Switch out something that we don't necessarily need. We do have quite a bit of heavy cruisers being constructed, but I think we do need those. I think we have too many fighters. Yeah, we have 3 things of fighters, so all of you can now, once again, start producing. Some additional infantry equipment. And some additional artillery. Only because it is going to be super expensive. Move you up. And move you up as well. Okay. How are the constructions coming? Quite well from what it looks like. Still repairing quite a bit of extra bases, though most of them have been completed. Looking at our logistics map, once again, we do have quite a bit of air power. Quite a bit of support equipment, 33,000. Not even sure that we need to be producing this much. What we really need are more heavy tanks, though of course we are producing 15 every day. And of course we have quite a bit of medium tanks as well. We could go into recruit and deploy. Just so we can use them, create 1 thing of medium tanks. And it looks like this is going to require 1,050, and we have 4,189. I believe they'll get destroyed in time. Into logistics once again. The reason why I'm, spending so much time here is I really don't want to get annihilated. We have so many extra motorized divisions. Did we ever change these to mechanized? And we did. I wish we could sell them, but I don't believe we can. We are going to want to upgrade this airbase. Did we ever unlock our radar stations? We did. Let us get a bigger airbase here, because the British Raj is going to be very deadly. 10 out of 10 airbase. Oh my goodness. Let us get a 10 out of 10 here. I don't think we need one there. And if there's anywhere else, I don't think there actually is. We might want a little bit of air up here. And I think we'll be fine for the time being. And it looks like we're now actually repairing, which we don't want to do either. Do we want any radar stations anywhere? We might want some on Yugoslavia. Or over here. And we might as well, just in case they get bombed. Creating synthetic oil, exactly what we were looking for. Let us now upgrade. Construction level 5. If we go into our construction map mode, start creating a few synthetic oil refineries, giving us +7 oil and 4 rubber. We'll probably produce them out in the Urals, where there's nothing at all. Something like this. Easily producing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now that'll give us 140 oil. Is that enough? Going into our trade map mode, we need 259. Oh my goodness. And we're still importing as well. So I think some of these can move to the top. And I don't believe we're... Yeah, we are spending some factories where we don't need to. We'll do something as like this. Once we get some extra oil, we should be able to produce quite a few extra, you know, planes fairly quickly. And part of me wants to just go ahead and declare war, though that's probably a poor idea. We are down 139 steel. Ay, ay, ay. You know, it's probably because we're producing support equipment when we don't need to. All of you can actually stop creating so much. And now all of you should be going to fighters, which they have. Going into our logistics map mode, we aren't producing any more motorized. We probably don't need to be spending as much on convoys. But all of those naval factories would be going somewhere else. Let me see. I guess what we'll have to do now is look at our construction map mode, wait for our synthetic oil refineries to finish up. And as soon as our oil starts finishing up, we can go ahead and declare war. We are going to need some political power to change our manpower laws. And I think once we declare on Ankara, you know, the entire Allied front is going to be declaring as well. Let us also go ahead, recruit, and deploy these extra 12 units. Whoops. Let us deploy you. I get that you're all very fresh, but we are going to add you to a new front line. And of course, we are going to add this front line here with an offensive line on Rome. Now, I get you're very fresh, but I don't want to be caught with my pants down. Okay, concentrated industry and rockets have been unlocked. Now moving into rocket engines. And, of course, we are now going to be also unlocking. It might be better to get some improved radar. And that actually would be very nice. I think we will. 1941 radar. Oh my goodness, we are so far behind. The entire goal here is to prioritize as much as possible. Salzburg, which is Austria, they aren't aligned with anybody, but they are guaranteed by the United Kingdom and France. So as soon as we declare war on the Allies, everybody is going to be coming and attacking me. So, do we have enough men? I don't believe we do, but luckily our political power is changing ever so steadily. All of these units are going to steamroll through Free France and, of course, take the Suez. We're going to need some Marines to take Cyprus and Crete. Though they're almost finished. Looks like we're missing quite a bit of artillery, quite a bit of infantry equipment. Where is our artillery? Negative 12,000, we're getting 52 every day. Quite a ways off. We might want to produce some additional. Okay, so once again, let us finally add all of our extra planes. We should have quite a bit of extra fighters. I'm expecting to see about a couple thousand, or none at all. That is very, very odd. It says we only have 385. Ah, because most of them are fighter 1s. We'll add 1,000. Cannot create air wing, not enough service manpower for it. Oh my goodness, that is ridiculous. Now I am out of manpower. Well, good thing we're not declaring war right now, as we were going to need more units and more manpower. Are there any other focuses that I can obtain right about now? We are going towards air production. But is there anything along the lines of better recruiting? We could start to go into anti-capitalist diplomacy. Though most of you, ultimatum to Greece, claim the Straits. I think I'm going to try this. 210 days. And claim Sinkiang. Yeah, I think I'm absolutely going to want to go with these, and then obviously into war with the UK. And as we're waiting, we should be getting more and more, production. Looking at our construction map mode, most of our synthetic oil refineries won't be done until the 28th of April. So not very far away. Yep, and it's still in the same year. And most of our construction is going well. Landing craft have been finished. We absolutely, more than anything, are going to want to improve our land doctrines. Breakthrough organization, obviously this is going to take 258 days. Still working on quite a bit of others as well. Looking at our trade map mode, we still do need quite a bit of oil. Let us bring you down for the time being. Start utilizing our factories once again. And as soon as we have enough political power, I guess we'll go ahead and we will start to unlock whatever we can. We never did get a military chief of staff. An army reformer could give us more experience. Some division training time could be nice as well. What about some political advisors? I don't think we really need same ideology, opinion, or national unity could be nice. Of course, we could change to fascists or Democrats. It would be really nice to start claiming the Straits from Greece. And once our units, Joseph Stalin calls for crushing Romanian nationalism. If we go into our production map, or our recruit and deploy, we are still waiting on some Marines. Why are we raiding on these? I think we have all of our equipment, we have all of our manpower. But our new units, of course, are lacking manpower, they are lacking equipment, they are lacking just about everything. Maybe not manpower, 23,000 troops, oh my goodness. Unassigned divisions, most likely... surprisingly enough, they are not the tanks this time. Our Marines have finally finished up. We are going to bring you down to Turkey and Iran. Create a new group for you automatically. Give you a naval invasion order from here to here. All 4 units have been assigned, giving you some sort of general. And invasion is still preparing. I really hope this one actually works. 2 out of 14 days. Some divisions have not been assigned. We don't have insufficient naval superiority in the regions, which means we now need to get all of these fleets that have been producing. We have quite a bit of battleships, heavy cruisers, and 1 battleship. Let us add a commander. Is it possible? We have 1 unit with search and destroy. Let us remove search and destroy, and you remove, go back to hold. All of you are going to merge, as well with this extra unit as well. Start to consolidate our fleets. We should have quite a bit of extra fleets up here as well. 1 on patrol. And we have another on search and destroy. They haven't been doing too much. Looks like we have 21 submarines. And 19 other ships. Alright, merging our selected fleets, we now have 3 battleships, 19 light cruisers, 21 submarines, and 1 destroyer. Let us go ahead, search and destroy. We're most likely going to be hitting all of these areas if it's possible. Maximum mission region count reached for all. Very surprising. Let us go ahead and delete you. And it's not possible. Search and destroy here, here, and here. And we can't do any more than that, which is fine. Protecting what I can, I suppose. How are the constructions coming along? Almost finished on the 28th of April, so 8 more days. Are there any other fleets that need to be placed somewhere? We have 7 ships with no commander, mostly heavy cruisers. Could bring Sergei here. Start to do search and destroy with the Arabian Sea, the Indian Ocean, and I think we'll be fine for now. And possibly even the Red Sea as well. How are my fleets over here coming? 27 ships, all need to be merged. We do have 1 battleship, 12 heavy cruisers, quite a powerful fleet as well. I do want a new commander, but that is going to be farther away from my goals right about now. Search and destroy in the Sea of Japan, the Yellow Sea. Liberia has joined the Allies. Oh, you know what? I probably need to protect some of these areas, such as the Bering Strait, North Emperor Chain. Because once I declare war, the United States is going to be at war with me as well. I believe all of our constructions have finally finished up. Most of us are still working on our synthetic oil refineries, going into our trade map mode. We are now we're down 322 oil. We are gonna need to work on that. Definitely going to be improving our excavation. Alright, well, looks like we are going to be done with this episode. As always, thank you so much for joining me. I will see you in our next adventure.